How many of you waited for Kahoutek? Congratulations, because I waited for Kahoutek. I didn't realize what a confounded, awful exasperation it was to me until my student wrote and said that he was waiting for Kahoutek, and I thought, I must be one of millions. And I wrote a poem about that, and this poem encompasses about 5 different things that happened over 2 different days. One was waiting for Kahoutek, which never came. The other one was driving along the road to school one morning at 8 o'clock and finding a little calf, newborn calf, in the middle of the road, which had fallen off the farmer's truck. He was taking it was a bull calf, and he was taking it into market to slaughter. I said 5 things. Actually, there were only 2 things. One was waiting for Kahoutek, and one was the bull calf. And this has an epigraph. It says, actually the truth of anything is purposeless unless it has a setting. Well, that night was a clear night, and slowing the car at the top of Depot Hill and staring to the south, the sky still lemony over the Adirondacks, I waited for Kahoutek. Between me and the mountains, Miles's fields were frozen into a riffled sea. There was nothing in the sky. Holding my arm out, looking for a patchy brightness small enough to cover with my fingertip, nothing, though Venus elegantly burned over the southern ridges and the wind exploded on the windows, and I stayed in my shuddering car watching for the comet for only a little longer. Whatever the promises had been, nothing ever came of them. Orion flickered in the lower sky, and it was dark, as I had always known night to be dark. But next morning I found in the freezing center of the road a Holstein bull calf, newly born, legs neatly tucked like something from a creche, shiny as china at that angle of the gold sun from that distance, but close up matted with barn dirt and shivering, 3 starry drops of blood strung in a row on a foreleg. He must have fallen from Bushy's pickup. Some mornings at dawn, the old man drives a load of calves for slaughtering and lost this one from the truck, not noticing because he drove east, blind, into the sun. And the sun at the top of Depot Hill rises mornings as I always imagined the comet would rise in horns of light, and at the enormous arc of the rising center, the tangled curls of its incandescent pole, though lately I've come to think that fire is a lie, and every year 4 months too early that it's spring. And on the warmest April days, when I dig for bulbs, at 1 foot down, ice makes my shovel ring. But watching for the comet over Miles's icy fields, eyes frozen bright as china, I can feel the fat blood dwindle. Nothing happens, only out there in the cold fall of its farther swing, smaller than a fingertip, a lion's roar of light, maned and billowing beyond all brightness, flies out again beyond the farthest eye will ever see. In all that space, around Polaris swing the bull, the lion, and the hunter hangs steady in the lower sky. On these cold nights I stay inside, containing my own spaces, and the wind that pours down Depot Hill from Miles's field bears and rings on the loose lights of my windows as the comet might with fire have wrung my eyes.